Starting recording. Good.
All right, welcome to Roleplay Cafe. This is John. We are back with The One Ring. We are playing the Moria campaign. We missed a session last week. We are on session 5 now. The last session on 4, which was 2 weeks ago, we are missing Todd. Todd is now with us, but we're missing David. But we do have Doon and Eric with us. So we're just down one person. Last time, the group decided to uh, basically make a plan with John Leaping, who they freed from captivity from some merchants that were trying to turn him in for the bounty with the leaders of Tharbad. And they agreed to bring John Leaping to try to find out what is going on with the ranger Gwyleth. Gwyleth is the daughter of Orithel, who was a ranger that communicated with her daughter, who is undercover inside of Tharbad, by way of John Leaping. And John Leaping basically ran away, trying to get out from under the thumb of Orithel, and he got caught. And now, in order to earn his freedom, the group is going to be escorted back into the city. They were going to try to find Gwyleth and check on her and possibly help her escape. They made their way from the northern part of the map, which you should be able to see, near the Ghost Pit, which appeared to be some desolate area that I believe it was. Yeah, it was Calriel who knew that one of the holders of an elven ring of power was slain during the Second Age, and the battle with Sauron that took place in Tharbad. And he suspected that this area of dead earth is the remnant of where that elf was slain. The group kind of stayed away from there, thinking it was probably not something that they wanted to mess with, and made their way across the ruined outskirts of the area and slipped under the bridge and around into the Queen's District and found a building that John Leaping said that Gwyleth often lit a candle in the window to signal to John Leaping that a message is there to be sent to her mother. There was a candle burning in the window. The group went inside after kicking down the door, and because it was locked and no one knew how to pick locks. And they made their way up, and they found a letter, but realized that it was not from Gwyleth. It seemed to state that Gwyleth needs assistance and could potentially be being held prisoner in the prison, which is location 7 on the map. That is a former citadel inside that John Leaping has informed you has been retrofitted into a prison. And there was a stamp on the letter that I believe it was Faldor recognized it as a symbol that is used to signify a message from a wizard. Not a particular wizard. It is just like a wizard stamp. Those who know what it means knows the significance of the letter. And the group decided that it's more important that they make it to Moria. Uh, Todd, if Elwing would have spoken up, she would have been outvoted because the group it was relatively unanimous. I think David was
No, Faldor was not
waffled.
in.
Really?
Oh, it
Really?
was Faldor. I'm sorry, it was
Yeah.
Faldor that was.
Yeah.
I thought it was Calriel that was flipping back and forth. But
Calrell was pretty much asking the whole time, why are we even here?
uh, so the group found a place to hunker down for the night because it was basically the very early in the morning.
Right.
And John Leaping is going to arrange a ferry trip over the Great Flood based off the port here. He has some contacts there. So that is where we're going to pick up. We'll say it's approximately 3 a.m. By the time that find a secure spot in this building and get set to at least get a little bit of sleep before you have to head out in the morning.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
does anybody, if you guys want to have discussions, argue over whether or not you are still abandoning Gwyleth, or if
And
you,
can I switch my fellowship focus since we're just starting out for the day?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah. So if you guys want to, so we're refreshing fellowship points. So you should be back up to 5. I'll bump that back up. If you want to change your fellowship focus, um, since it's the beginning of the session and David is not here, I will let you cheat and swap things around if you have David as your focus.
It's,
Um,
I switched mine to my cousin Borland because he was getting stuff done last session by kicking the door down. So
all right.
Where is that? Oh, yeah. Caloriel is the.
Yeah. So if you want to change
Temporary
it for this session,
temporary
Todd, you
shadow
can.
is not affected. Temporary shadow or fatigue, any of these things.
Temporary shadow. I mean, all shadow that you've accumulated is temporary. It'll go away during the fellowship phase.
Okay.
But you have to keep track of your hope now because your shadow is you have a couple points. So if your hope equals your shadow, you become miserable or lower.
Okay. Getting there.
really close.
So, like for instance, Elwing has 3 hope and 2 shadow. So if she spends 1 point of hope, she'll become miserable.
Well,
He-
better not have any hope.
Oh. One more.
Now,
Oh.
yeah. So I mean, don't you can spend some of the the points, the fellowship points that we just got to recover more hope. But there's 5 points, and you get a 1-to-1 correspondence for recovering that by spending that. But you can do that at any time.
Okay.
So
Wait. So fellowship. We each have 5 points of fellowship.
no, that's a party
Party. Yeah.
fellowship
Okay.
wide. Yeah, it's
Oh, I see. Okay. I think I should maybe pump that up by at least 1. I don't
Yep.
know if that's taking that away from the.
I'm all right with you doing that.
Do
Okay.
it.
All right. Do it.
So,
Okay.
so
So
those are 2 sessions worth of points. So
Mhm.
don't burn.
Take them all. Take them
Keep that
all.
in mind.
Take 'em all.
There does has to be agreement though that you can spend them. So, but I mean, it sounds like Eric and Doon are okay with it. But
That's okay. And
I'm just
David's
saying
not
for the
here,
future.
so
Yeah, he can't argue.
he can't argue. Yeah. Okay. So I'll get 1 more point of hope. Okay.
All right, so that bumps us down to 4 fellowship points.
Do we want to give one to Calriel as well, since he's only sitting at 3 as well?
Yeah.
Well, so he can't spend hope while he's gone if you need him to roll. So I mean, you can do this at any time you want. So I mean, theoretically, you could just not. You could do it the moment you're going to spend the points,
Oh,
and that way, you're only using them as you need them rather
gotcha.
than using them ahead of time. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes sense.
Okay. All right.
So I'm not going to get in any argument about this decision that the party's made. All right. If Calriel agreed to that and I was the odd man out, so be it. Right.
All right.
No fighting. Okay. So if we're
I mean, yeah, I'll still. Faldor is gone a little quiet about it because he's kind of feeling bad about not helping, because he's feeling that we're completely knocking out of contact by not helping here, but yeah, he's going with what the group said.
Okay.
well, what was the wait a minute, wait. There's only 4 of us.
Correct.
So what was the vote last time? Because
It was 2-1. You weren't here.
2-1.
it was 2-1. Oh, I see.
I kept asking you to
So-
vote and you wouldn't answer. So
Oh, okay.
Now, if
Oh,
circumstances
okay.
were different, I would be, I would be happy to stay here and rescue our poor Gweleth or whoever happens to be present. But we have a mission here, and I'm worried that time is not on our side.
Yes. Actually, I would have to agree with it. That we can't dawdle. We need to get moving on this. Get across this river and onwards.
my only
I would
other
actually vote to
concern
do
is
it.
my only other concern is we probably should have a fellowship phase before we get there. Be my guess, but if we want to go there miserable, that's fine too, I guess.
Take that chance.
Okay.
So then it would have been 3-1.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Because I think the plan was after we get to Moria that we'd be heading to Rivendell to be our safe haven afterward.
Right.
If I
Go
if I
back
remember
that way.
correctly.
Yes. That was the last resort if you guys desperately needed something. So I can, if you guys want to talk about it, I can switch us back to the journey map so you can.
Yeah, let's just have a look there.
I mean, I think
So
we're
I
pretty
mean,
good on what we need to do now, right? Because we're just waiting for the ferry right now. We're not going to help Gwyleth. I think that's pretty set in stone right now. So we can just go across wait for John Leaping's contact to come over and go across and try to get to Moria now.
all right,
If we make it.
all right.
We're
So-
gonna make it. We'll make it.
So, John wakes you up just at the crack of dawn. You guys gather up your supplies, eat some quick food as you start to, take a look at the streets and see what sort of condition they're in. And it is somehow even more deserted than it was in the middle of the night last night. It's possible that Tharbad gets the Tharbadians, I guess, get a very late start in the morning, except for a few people. So you easily make your way to the docks here, and you're kind of You see John press ahead and start talking to someone who is readying a ferry, probably for a day of travel back and forth across the river. Are you guys going to stay out of sight, or I mean, what do you guys uh, do? You want to explore the area? What do you want to do? John says it'll probably take maybe a half hour or so to arrange things before he breaks off from the group to talk to this person.
You said there's like nobody out though.
Yeah, I mean, you can see a couple people in the distance, and there's some other people that are preparing like fishing boats and that sort of thing in this area, but no one's really paying you any attention. It's it all seems like they are going about their business and are keeping to themselves.
I think we should keep low and not draw attention to ourselves.
Yep, agreed.
I
All
agree.
right, all right. So after about 25 minutes, John comes back and says, uh, "My friend here is willing to take us across. He's going to leave for his first trip to pick up a load of cargo on the other side from a merchant. He is willing for us to uh, get in and travel across with him. Uh, there is a possibility that the merchant on the other side will be waiting at the docks, and there's nothing we can do about that."
So, what would be the problem if we were on the boat when the
Well,
what
I mean, it's
we might be seen?
and you are, yes. I don't know how to put this lightly, but two elves and two dwarves are not common passengers on these trips. You
Don't forget Chester. I scratch his ears.
know, oh, the damn donkey. Oh, I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
good.
it's a pretty big boat, so
No, for a minute there, I forgot about the donkey. So I thought the guy you were
well,
talking
it's a
to.
pony. It's a
But no,
pony.
but I thought the guy who owned the boat, his name was Chester, and you were
Oh.
scratching him behind the ears. And I'm like, what do you two
I
got
do that
going
too.
on?
I do that too. I'm a friendly guy.
Who's a good ferryman?
Who's
Who's a
a
good...
Oh. Sorry. Continue. Okay. All right.
All right. Well, uh, let's head down, and the four of you and Chester start loading into this boat. Uh, it's about 75 feet long. It's got it's not like it doesn't have a like storage underneath. It's basically a large raft, uh, but uh, it seems to have been reinforced pretty well on all sides. It looks like it's taken some damage, but seems fairly seaworthy. Not that any of you are, you know, professional sailors or anything, but you're not afraid to step on it. It's large enough and floating high enough up the on top of the water that you don't think it's going to it's at any risk of sinking. There are some crates and stuff on top of it that you can use as some cover, so you're not standing out in the open, the four of you and your pony. And after a few minutes, the boat takes off and starts being pushed along the water. There is no paddle. Basically the ferryman is using a 25-foot long large wooden rod to push off of the bottom of the river, you assume. And the river seems to be just about that deep. because almost the entire thing is submerged when you're in the center. On the other side of the river, when you're about halfway, you can see what seems to be a large series of horse-drawn wagons, and they appear to have several people standing around them. And as you get closer, you realize that there are guards searching these wagons. And John comes up to you, as he obviously saw this too, and he says, "We've got a problem. That they are searching the merchant that is coming across, probably looking for contraband he didn't declare. So we need to come up with a plan fast."
Okay.
Okay, now ponies aren't contraband, right?
No, ponies are unusual, but not
Yeah.
contraband.
Okay. I mean, we
So,
could just say we're hired help to help unload it, so it's not really.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world, is it? I mean,
Yeah.
hopefully we're going to be out of this town before word gets out that there's two dwarves and two elves poking around in town. Hopefully. All right. We'll be
all
back
right,
in a minute.
so okay.
Yep.
So the plan is to just pretend that you are going to be assisting with the unloading of these wagons.
Yeah.
Just work here.
I'm just
All
trying to
right.
feed my donkey here. Get out of here.
All right. So the ferry arrives at the docks, and you step off onto the docks and start acting as though you belong there. John seems really nervous as you are approaching the wagons, which are basically lined up one after another at the edge here. And you instantly tell that you're getting a look from one of the guards as you're walking towards the series of wagons. And he's, smacks one of his compatriots on the shoulder and points in your direction. Who is going to be the face man?
Who wants to be the face?
Character's not afraid to be the face. I might be. Hey. Borland's not right. I mean, Borland's like, right? Borland's just a confident little bundle of confidence.
All right.
So he, he looks at the guys who looked at him and gave him a look. I think he's gonna go friendly and just be like, hi, howdy, partner.
He says, "The four of you are an unusual lot. What's your business here?"
Just helping haul, carry the freight for passage across the Great Flood.
So you work for Melvin here.
Today we do, yes.
All right. Well, we are not finished with our inspection yet. Your employer may be trying to sneak some untaxed goods over the river. So you're going to need to wait here until we finish our inspection.
That would be not good. I agree. That seems not good at all.
Yep.
Best inspect carefully.
Yeah, so he steps away from you guys and rejoins the search. It takes maybe another 5 minutes or so, and then who you suspect to be this Melvin person begins having an argument with the guards, and it's starting to become heated.
All right, I think we should take this time to try to sneak away.
And then just run and
All
just
right.
make a run for it. Just get the hell out of Tharbad.
Quickly, quickly go do something. If they stop us, just say our pony's getting restless and we needed to walk it around or something. I don't know.
Can a
So
dwarf take this pony for a walk?
Gotta take this pony for a walk. He's going crazy. Look at
All
that
right.
face. Look at that face. He's gonna go insane in a second.
All right. So between the three of you, I think Faldor is the only one untrained in stealth. So um, Faldor is going to be making the stealth roll since it was his idea and he is the
yeah, Haldor.
Let's see here. Hold on. Trying to see if there's any way we could use a different thing to get away out of here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's see here. I'm trying to think.
Wait, so if Faldor is not trained in stealth, that means
No.
we can't help him with stealth?
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can help him. Yeah, you can help
Okay.
him. There's no
Oh.
problem with you helping him.
Could scan for the easiest way out. I don't know how that would help, but that's the first thing that pops in my head.
Um,
What are we discussing?
yeah.
What's going on?
So the guards. So Borland took the lead on the discussion with the guards, and they asked you to wait while they started talking to the merchant who is trying to get some stuff across the river, and they suggested that he's trying to smuggle untaxed goods across the river, and they've gotten into an argument, the guards and this merchant. So you guys are trying to come up with a plan of how to get away now that the guards are distracted with this argument.
Yes,
And
scan
we're
is
on
the
the
only.
we're on the
Go
other
ahead.
side of the
Sorry.
river. I'm sorry, we're on the other side of
No,
the
no,
river.
oh, I didn't realize you missed that part.
Yeah.
No, you have made it across. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay. There we
yeah.
are. There. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So you're standing on the docks watching this person who Borland claimed was your employer, who hired you to unload his wagons and bring the goods onto this raft or this ferry, and your made-up employer is now getting into a heated argument with the guards that were inspecting his wagons.
Oh, okay. All right. So then what? We're gonna slink away. Is that the idea?
We're trying
That's
to
what
figure
I
out.
suggest.
With our pony?
Yes.
And the stealth was suggested. I was thinking scan, trying to scan to find the quickest way out or the most efficient way out to get out.
Mhm.
Was
All
what
right.
what popped into my head.
So scan. You could scan for the quickest exit. Uh, if you get extra successes, I will let that automatically succeed. If
Okay.
you succeed, there's still going to be a stealth roll necessary, but you won't have to do it.
Okay.
Okay.
If anybody else has anything they can recommend, I'm all ears. I'm just
So
throwing stuff out there.
who's a good scanner?
I have 3 in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's
sure.
why he suggested it.
That's why I
Yeah.
suggested it. Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay.
Because otherwise, he was doing the straight stealth roll. If you guys are just going to try to slink out,
I
Yeah,
got
I have
stealth. I got 3 in stealth, but I
I
mean,
have nothing in stealth. That would
yeah.
have been me doing it.
Okay, go for it. Sure.
All right. Okay, let's see here. I'll just go straight. I'm not going to use any of my hope for it. I'm just going to go with my straight 3 here. I don't think I'm anybody's favored, so I'll just go straight. Straight roll. Great success.
Oh,
all right,
great
you
success.
got it. So you see um, a potential opening when the several of the guards that were at various ends of the wagons are traveling, or like they're going to support the two that are arguing with this, and they're passing on the opposite side of the wagons from the river. And this is your perfect opportunity for the 4 of you and Chester to make it out. John begins to hesitate as to whether or not he should go, but then realizes that this is probably the only chance. And all 5 of you and Chester make it past the series of wagons and have left the guards behind you.
All right.
Good. Well, that was run.
John says that was a close one. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I thought we were going to have to deal with the guards at the gate, but there's oh man, I think we're in the clear until we try to leave.
I say, can we go out any of these broken down walls and just go over the moat or anything?
So
Way over
the
there, maybe.
wall, yeah. So the walls are, despite the drawing here, are a little more complete on this side of the river.
Oh, okay.
There is, and there are large segments where along the ram where there is there are guards up on there. They're mainly looking outwards from the city, but you think it would be pretty risky to try to go through there. You could try it if you'd like, but the only other option other than going across the causeway or trying to sneak through the rubble might be to go through the canals that are emptying out into uh, the moat, but the water looks pretty disgusting.
And then what about going all the way over to here where there is a break in the wall? But that would
You
put
try
us.
that? Yeah.
Yeah. I was
Long
hoping
walk.
a long walk through town. Yeah. I don't think we should. There's a swamp on the other side of this, right? That
Yes.
river
So
goes through a
yes.
swamp,
Yeah. So exactly. Yeah. So
right?
this canal or river or whatever
Mm-hmm.
empties into the Swan, which
Mm-hmm.
is the horrible swamp that
Right.
you see on your map.
I was thinking we should, from here, go. I guess that would be southwest, just to avoid that swamp area. Go around it before, you know, making straight for Moira. So we avoid that swamp. But yeah,
South. Let's go south. South. Sure, we can sneak
Yeah. Do
our
you
way
want to take
through
a?
the
Do you
filth
want to look
here.
at the journey map again?
yeah. Can we have a look at that?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Oh, okay.
So
All
so
right.
that main causeway, leads out onto the north-south road that leads to
Okay.
Gondor.
Actually, no.
Um,
We could go all the way over there and skirt the Swan Fleet, whatever, or the Swan, whatever they're calling this, the swamp. Wait a minute. Where's? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we could go over to the break in the wall, get out on the east side of the north-south road, right? So
So, so the north south road is down here,
yeah.
right? And then
Mhm.
the Swan Fleet is what this is the beginning of over
Right.
here. So I'm not sure what opening in the wall you're talking
I
about.
was
You
talking
talk.
about this way over here,
Okay. All right. Yeah, then
but
you can completely avoid the road by if you want to do that.
yeah. Can you go back to the big map again? Just want to see
Sure.
something. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's just all swamp there, yeah. Okay.
Direct path, I say.
You say direct?
I mean, what we can do is sneak through town. Apparently, we like sneaking through town and somehow cross the wall east side, head straight into the swamp.
It's straight in the swamp. That's madness. Madness, I tell you.
We've wasted enough time already. We don't know how far our adversaries people
Uh-huh.
have come.
What does
Flash cut, and they're in Bree eating a bunch of good food,
Yeah, yeah.
nice cheese and
yeah,
stuff. They're
yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
relaxing. We got plenty of time to get there. Plenty of time.
All right, so what does Faldor think about this? You want to go into the swamp?
I mean, a swamp's gonna be hard going, especially since we got Chester with us.
Well, also you two dwarves. I mean, I can, you're not. I'm walking up the chest deep water. You two, you're gonna be over your heads. You know?
Is that how deep the swamp is? I guess I don't know
Well,
how
I don't
deep.
know, but I just imagine. You
I
know,
mean,
You're gonna find out when
whatever.
you get there.
We're
you're
gonna
gonna
find
find
out
out
in a
when you get
second.
there. I know one thing. You're probably going to be underwater before I am.
Is that you're gonna stand on our
Well,
head, stand on
there
our
is that.
beard?
There is that
Uh,
funny.
I mean, we're gonna have to cross the what is it, the Swan Way, or John?
And
Is that what
Swan
it's called?
Fleet. The Swan Fleet.
Swan
You
Fleet.
know,
Yeah, we're gonna have to cross that eventually. I mean, I'm for skipping the swamp and trying to go all as far as we can along the other banks of it, and then going across once we get closer to Moria. Maybe if we
Mhm.
can go across with that uh, ruined settlement that we seem to be I seem to be fixated on. I don't know if we all do,
this one
but
here, this little place here.
no, it's on the big map.
Oh, okay.
I can take us back
Yep,
there.
there it is. That
Oh,
Austindale. Is that how
So,
you say it?
yes,
Austin,
Austin in Adele. Uh,
Austin,
so, so the Glanduin River is what empties into the Swan Fleet. So you uh, it would. I mean, the Glanduin isn't as big as the Grey Water or the Flood. I mean, uh, but it is like a full blown river. So
Yeah.
it would be difficult. It would be difficult to cross, but
Okay.
not
Well,
impossible.
actually, you know what? We have to stay on we have to stay on the north side of all of this
Yeah.
if we're going to get to the west gate, right? So we do have to go east or northeast. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like we got to go up, maybe go up to here,
Then go. Yep, I'm up for that. And
and
then
then
just
go
then
east.
straight shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That sounds good to me.
Okay,
Okay.
so our goal to try to get to that little exit along the south
So
shore,
yeah.
south
Yeah.
So
bank.
so I was going to show you. Go back to Tharbad.
Mhm.
So there is an opening which you have not discussed with John. He assumed that you're going to go out the causeway. Uh,
Right.
Oh,
that
there's that there. Look at that.
that yeah that leads out to the southern bank of the Gray Flood.
And that's a road. That's a trail or a road going out there. So take that as far as we can.
Yep. I like
All
that.
right, and then shoot
Yeah.
east,
Mhm.
skirting the swamp if possible.
Yep.
All right.
Do it.
All right. Let's do it.
That's how we'll get out of Arbad.
Yes. All right.
All right. When you bring this up with John, he says, I, I, I don't really know what the conditions of that gate are. It's not used that well except by hunters that go out to try to find game feeding on the, feeding south of the flood.
Right.
Sounds
I don't
perfect.
know. I don't know how much help I'm going to be able to be to you. Plus, I'm not going to be able to get back down to the causeway if I leave there with you.
So
So,
what you're saying is you can't come with us, or you don't want to come with us any further than the gate.
Well,
well, I can take you up to the gate, but I don't want to travel through the countryside. I'm going to Gondor.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought you were going to Gondor. I kind of thought we were going to part ways after we got out of Tharbad.
Yeah.
No, no offense, John.
Yeah.
But you've made it clear that you're kind of wanting to get out of this area. So I was going to let you go our separate ways. Give you a pat on the back and shake of the wrist, and
He's
wish
over
you good
So
luck.
just to,
here. He's over
so just
here.
He's gone. He's left.
Borland, shush. That's not.
so just to clarify, you're not expecting him to go all the way up to that gate up here with you. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't
Is-
expect them to leave the city with us. Is what I.
Oh, okay.
I mean, really, does he think he can be of any assistance to us up to the gate?
I mean, he'll travel with you. I mean, he doesn't really, he's not on this side of the city that often. Because he's usually passing messages between Gwyleth and Orithel, Orithel's always on the north side of the river.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, he's been over here, but he doesn't like know people. He doesn't have connections or
Yeah.
know any of the guards or when the guards are around on the side. So
He's of limited use to us on this,
yes.
taking this path. So I think we should just part ways with him now and go.
All right. So he says, I hope I wish you well in your journey, and I honestly hope we never see each other again. But I appreciate you getting me out of that bind with Orithel.
Well,
Yeah, I would go far away from here because Orthel is not going to be happy seeing any of us from this day forward. So I would get far away as possible.
Oh, yes, I'm getting as far from Ranger territory as I can. I'm going to start a new life in Gondor and probably never come back here. But if you happen to come by Gondor, look me up. And he, shakes your hands and starts making his way across the ram to the causeway. Are you going to kind of follow his lead, or are you going to take another path?
let's see. Take the ram. Well, I think we should just take the ram. It's direct path.
Follow-ish. Eyes on the,
Yeah.
try to
Yeah.
stay in the shadows or try to stick to the not conspicuousness.
Okay. So you're going to just
It's like middle of the day
walk.
now, or is it middle of the morning?
No, it's still relatively early in the morning. There's not a whole lot of people out, but there's more than there were before you got on the ferry.
Right. Yeah, we should
You
probably
can.
double time it. Those guards are probably going to start looking for us here in about
Yeah, we're just going, I think.
4 or 5 minutes. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to say that the group can do. If you're trying to do this with speed, It's going to be, I guess I'm going to say athletics in order to keep up a fast pace, and and not look too out of place.
Okay, all right, yeah. So
And
all of us have to make that roll.
no, it'll be a group roll.
Okay.
I am going to, since you're not like, since this is an all out sprint where you're trying to stay together, you're just traveling as a group. The best person at athletics can do this, if
Me.
you would like, and the others can help.
That gets me. I'm
Yeah.
favored and specialized, and I have
Oh,
two
well, there you
picks.
go.
And
I would say so. Yes.
All right.
um, onward. Are we?
If you want to help,
Anyone helping
if you
me?
want to help, you spend hope to help.
How is your athletics? You said so you got 3 of them in your favored?
I'll spend one of mine. I'll spend one of mine since I like to be. I like to succeed when I'm in charge. I'm spending one hope of my own.
All right, so that's going to give him 2 extra dice because he's favored in athletics. So, if you guys want to take that into consideration as you decide if you're going to help or not.
I unfortunately I'm
Well, you
going to
don't
be a
have to
little bit more
help.
stingy with my hope right now.
Yeah, yeah. You don't have to help. We'll make it. No
Yeah,
problem. This way.
yeah.
You got
Yeah.
this. Give you a pat
I
on the
don't want
back.
to arrive there miserable.
Oh,
We
What?
got
What'd
this.
you do?
Why didn't
What'd
you
Oh,
guys
you
help
do?
me?
Uh,
um,
you wanna? I don't know.
did you spend a hope?
didn't look like it.
I did. It gave me. I think it gave me one extra, maybe. It looks like it.
You only have 2 in athletics.
Yep.
Okay, then yeah, he did.
Actually, it's really close to success.
So what do you?
I thought you should have gotten 2 extra dice because you're favored in it.
He does have 2
Oh
feet.
no! Oh no!
Guys.
No! I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's 2 feet. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting what the hope does.
It's like advantage with
So the
feet
favored.
dice. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So when you are the fellowship focus and you help, that's when you get 2 extra dice from it instead of 1 extra die. Okay. So you did fail. So you guys make it. You manage to pass the causeway, and as you are going past this building here on your left hand side, you are stopped. Someone calls out, and you turn your head, and you see that it is a group of guards that are patrolling the area. And they say, "Halt there! The 4 of you." Do you stop?
He's not talking to us because we have 5 of us with Chester, so we can keep going.
Could be talking. Could be talking to us. That's right. Jinkies!
Okay, we
It's the
pretend we don't
cops.
hear and carry on. Maybe
That's
a little
right.
quicker
That's right.
even.
That's right. Maybe a little quick. Yeah.
You're okay. So you're just going to keep going.
Didn't
Oh, we
didn't
are?
hear them.
Oh,
Yep.
You
Didn't
make it.
hear
You
them.
make
Did you hear
it a
something?
little
I didn't
bit
hear
further.
anything.
I didn't hear anything. No.
You make it a little bit further,
Yeah.
and the guards start moving a little more quickly, and you hear them, "Stop! Stop them!" And several of the people that you're walking past kind of look around and realize that they're talking about the 4 of you. And 2 larger fellows try to get in your path to prevent you from moving forward any further.
What good citizens, eh?
Yeah, who, me? Us? No, no,
What?
it couldn't be.
No,
No.
they went that way.
um,
Let's try some misdirection. Yeah. No, there they go.
I don't think that's going to work in this situation because
Okay.
it's pretty
I'll-
obvious that they're talking about you. I mean, the four of you stand out like a sore thumb. I mean,
if we want to make a run for it, I'll push these two big dudes out of the way because I can do that. Right?
Let's book it. Yep.
Okay. The tough people. I want to shove one into the other, or like somehow clear them so that we can hustle.
okay. So, I mean, it sounds like you are. I mean, you're physically trying to remove them out of your way
Yes.
rather than. All right. I mean, that sounds like it's going to be a
Battle.
combat with brawling.
Battle.
Um, battle is.
Oh, battle's like tactics. Wait, brawling? Brawling
Yeah.
isn't even a category.
Yeah, brawl. It's down in combat proficiencies.
Ooh. Brawling. Okay, let's go. I'm ready for some brawling.
All right.
What is this? Combat in Lord of the Rings? Get out of here.
All right. So we're going to do our first combat. So there is a cool combat map.
What's happening?
So this is kind of like a
We
generic.
can't see it. We got black screen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I always do this. I forget to turn off the lighting. Hold on a second.
Okay. Whoa.
Okay. All right.
The hell is this?
So. Whoa. Oh, that's really big.
You sure you want to fight us?
Why are they so big? All right. I need to figure out the scale. Like, I don't know if it's a scale thing or what, but hold on one second. I'm going to see what happens when I drag these guys on here. I guess I'll use, yeah, there's something wrong with the scale here.
Teeny tiny map.
What the hell? All right, I'll have to. I didn't test out this map, so we're gonna have to use this some other time. But it's essentially this is probably going to be a pretty quick thing anyway. But how this works is there's different stances that you can take in the in combat, and those are kind of like symbolized by each of these different rings. So on the outside is where foes will be. So they go out in the outer ring, and they have to. They will face anybody that's in the forward ring. So all the bad guys will be in the outermost where it says foes. I'm not sure what it says. Foes advancing. And then anyone that's like in like hand-to-hand combat will be in forward, open, and defensive. So forward means you're in full offensive mode. Open means you're balanced. Defensive means you're just defending yourselves primarily. And then rearward is in the center. So anybody doing ranged combat is going to be that's going to strictly do ranged combat and does not want to like expose themselves to melee is going to be in the rearward, which is the center. So I'll have to figure out what the hell the deal is with the scaling of all of this. But essentially, we have different tokens in here, and that's how you represent what's going on and where everybody is. So essentially, how it works is for all your opponents, there has to be a 1-to-1 for every person in forward position. So if you're fighting 3 guys and 3 of you are in forward, the 4th person is not going to be involved in combat. Or I mean, is not going to be able to be attacked. And then if there's nobody in forward or they're all taken up, then someone can do open and then defensive. And only then can someone eventually in the rearward area be attacked. So it's kind of a way of shielding people. You know, if there was wizards, they would be in the in the rearward section, so that nobody can get to them unless everyone else is completely overwhelmed.
Oh,
And the difference between forward, open, and defensive is forward, you do more damage, but you take more damage. Open is it's kind of a balance. You know, there's no penalty or bonus. And then defensive is you deal less damage, but you take less damage. So that's the choice that you have to make. So you can, based off of the condition of your character, you may choose a different stance, and you can change that every round. And the fellowship always goes first. So what we'll do is, since Borland's probably just going to shove right past these guys, most likely, we're going to just have Borland do a brawling roll, and against these two guys, and if he succeeds against one, it's going to create an opening so that you can get through. And their armor is only 1 die. So go ahead and do your brawling roll, Borland. Okay, you didn't even succeed. So you try to shove one of these guys that is standing in your way, and he seems to be prepared for it and plants his feet, and he does not lose any or he doesn't stumble backwards into his compatriot like you thought he was going to. And it seems to be drawing a bit more of a crowd now. They're not all standing up to you, but it's still these two guys that are right there. What is somebody else going to do?
well,
They don't have weapons or anything.
they don't have weapons. Oh, okay. All right.
Guess what we do?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have weapons, so I'm not going to make.
I mean, the
any-
guards have weapons, but these two
Sure,
guys
but these
don't have
people
weapons.
don't. Let's just do some. So I'm just going to do some simple brawling with them. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't want to escalate this into a deadly combat if at all possible. So, do I just roll for brawling?
Yep, just roll brawling. Yep.
Brawling. Okay, brawling.
You can
brawling,
spend
brawling.
hope if you.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Got a Gandalf.
Got a Gandalf.
All right. So this guy has one. You got one success. Brawling, I believe, just automatically does. Is it 1 or 2 damage? I forget.
What's it
Let me
say?
check that real quick.
Unarmed. Damage 1.
1. Okay.
That's is for
So-
unarmed. I guess that's what it would fall under.
Yes.
Yes.
So this guy's we're gonna roll this guy's armor. Failure. All right.
Mhm.
Why don't you describe how you knock this guy out?
Well, I knock him out. Is that what you said I did?
Or
Or I
you
take-
you
I take him out of
However
the
you wanna-
out of the
out
yeah,
of the combat. Yeah.
out of the combat. Oh, okay. So he tries to throw a punch at me, and I definitely go underneath the punch and come up underneath with a nice little uppercut, and at the same time, take him out on one knee, and he goes down like a sack of potatoes. All right.
All right. Immediately give me an awe roll.
Awe roll?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Where's the awe roll?
That is a skill. So
My
there's
awe
one
roll.
in the-
Oh yeah, there.
that
Okay,
one.
the awe roll. And
Oh,
I will
yes.
ah.
Oh, no.
All right.
Oh.
So the other guy is momentarily taken aback by this, but
Oh, I
he
see.
is not scared. He is not scared off by you taking out the you know, not necessarily his friend, but a guy right next to him that was
Right.
standing up to the four of you. He starts yelling, "Guards! They're attacking us! They're attacking us!" And he starts, to put up, go into a defensive posture. Is anybody else going to try to do anything?
Do we have to fight?
You can try to run.
I want to take Chester, and I'm just gonna keep walking right by him or running right by him, especially since there's only
Oh,
one now.
okay. So you're just gonna
Keep
try to,
going.
just keep running. All
Yep,
right.
running double time.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
How about we do this? How about you two short guys uh uh take off, all right? And just give me enough time to maybe brawl this next guy a little bit, and then I'll catch up because I'm faster than you two.
We
I
do
must be.
Take off.
we do have
You two.
Cariel still, right? Cariel can still do something, or is he can just sit
uh,
inert right now?
yeah, we can. I guess we could say he's not going to stand around doing nothing. So I guess
I
we
mean,
could
we
say
kept making Elwing do stuff when Todd wasn't here, so
that's true.
that's why he
Yeah,
doesn't have any hope right now.
that's right. That's why I'm
Yeah.
always. It's true.
All right. Do you want Calriel to try to take out the other guy before
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have you guys start trying to flee immediately?
yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right. He's only got a 1 in brawling though, so I
Same
guess
as I had.
he's a more like a lover than a fighter, I guess.
Well, I only had a 1.
No.
Roll to
Yeah.
roll to love.
Old
Fail.
fail. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So So Calriel tries to get up in this guy's face and tries the same move that he just saw Elwing do, and it does not succeed. And this guy kind of just shoves Calriel back when he tries to do that, come up from behind like Elwing did. And um, so this is, I guess, Borland and Faldor's opportunity. Or no, Borland started it. So
Yep.
Faldor, you're just going to
Me and Chester
make a
just gonna
run
run.
for it. Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Give me an athletics roll to see if you can get around this guy in the crowd that's forming.
Okay. Nope. Hell
Oh,
no.
No.
3.
Wow. Yeah,
You could
so
roll a 3 in this game.
so the group, well, I mean, you could roll a 2 technically. The crowd starts to form, become a little bigger, and some people start to step up and uh, kind of almost start creating a wall. And Chester does not want to go through there and push through this group of people that are forming.
Where are these people coming from?
I mean, you guys
Literally
are
empty,
you
and then
guys are
all of a sudden
starting
they popped up.
you guys are starting a fight in the middle of the street. So a crowd is a crowd starting to form, and it's only like maybe 8 people, but if they're blocking your way and the pony doesn't want to go through, you can leave the pony and
Uh-oh.
keep going.
Yeah.
But
Oh. Oh. Oh.
I don't want to get any more shadow. I better not.
Should've named that
I
monkey
mean, that's
Shadow.
my turn. I don't really have
Oh.
anything else to
okay,
do, so.
all right.
Okay.
So this guy is going to try to restrain Calriel. So he's going to roll a brawling. I guess that's just going to be a straight attribute roll for him. How do I? What are they expecting me to click on here? All right, I'll just type it in. second. Why is any of this stuff clickable? Sorry, I should have spent more time learning how this this thing works.
Okay.
All right. I'll just type it in. 1F plus 2D. Oh, no, wait. FD. There we go. A 15. All right. So he is going to attempt to get Calriel into a like a hold, and Calriel has a strength of 15, so that succeeds. And he's kind of grabbed Calriel and is trying to like pin him onto the ground. You can hear the guards coming not too far. They're not too far away. They have not entered the combat yet. So you guys are going to get one more round before the guards are going to show up.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I would like to
So,
do the brawl thing again.
okay.
You know, this time I'm going to use my bow just to trip the guy up. You know, take him out from a.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
I'm not. Yeah, it's.
No, I understand. I understand.
All right, that's what I'm going to do. Here we go. And brawling we shall go. Brawl. No.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
You guys are rolling really bad.
Hmm.
All right.
Sounds like our last game.
Yeah. So I mean, you cannot manage to get your bowstring around this guy in such a way that you could, basically trip him up down onto the ground.
Right.
He still has a hold on Calriel. Calriel is going to try to like fight his way out. And he does not succeed. This guy has him pinned down and is unable to get any leverage in order to get this guy away from him. What's everybody else going to do?
Okay, just to set the scene. The two elves are fighting two big guys. Is that right? Is that what's happening?
Well, all three of you are. The only person you're the one that started it.
Yep.
So yes, the two elves are. One guy's knocked out. There's only one guy left that is standing up to you. That there's a crowd forming that's basically just watching. But there's one guy left that kind of has Calriel pinned onto the ground and is standing over Calriel, and he can't get out.
Okay, and there's other guards heading in our direction.
Yes.
So I'm wondering about those other guards. Is there any chance of us getting away from them, or like what's the deal with that? Because it feels like they're coming, right? So,
I mean, if you can take this guy out, you could run. You could make a run for it. I mean, he basically has a hold of Calriel, unless you want to explain to David that Calriel got captured and we left him behind.
Right. If it seems like taking this guy out would create a path for us, then that's what I want to try to do. I want to bowling ball into this person. Yep. That's what I want to do. Charge. I'm doing a bowling ball charge.
Okay. All right. Are you going to spend any hope or anything?
What is this? Is this brawling?
Yes, it is brawling. Yeah.
Hope do I have? I was like getting close here on my hope versus shadow. 5-2. Sure. Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll spin a hope. Press the
Okay.
button.
All right.
Great.
A great success.
Oh.
All right. So
We got Gandalf.
you ram into this guy. Do you want to the great success, you could do another point of damage if you want. Or if you want something like narrative
I don't
for
want
you
the
to happen.
damage. I want us to be running away.
Okay, so well, I guess I should have clarified. I mean, you guys took Elwing took one of these out by doing 1 point of damage. So if you do 2 points of damage, that's going to definitely take him out, even if his armor roll succeeds. So that would guarantee your ability to flee the area if you did that extra point of damage.
Okay, yeah, I'll do
But
that.
if you want to risk it and narrative risk the armor roll, you could use the 6 for something else if you want.
No, we'll not risk it. We'll do the extra damage. Good.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you plow into this guy. He kind of topples over Cariel and hits his head on the ground really hard. And he's just knocked out cold. And Cariel picks himself back up, and the group that was starting to form is stepping back a little bit now that they've seen you taken out two citizens of Tharbad. They are putting a little bit more distance between them and yourselves. So you definitely have an opening to go.
Go.
All right. You guys start sprinting.
Yep. I grab Trester's reins and I start going through the crowd. It's like, excuse me.
Pardon me. Excuse me.
All right.
Let's
Let's do one more group athletics roll.
Okay.
The best person can do it. You will make it. You will escape these guards if you succeed. You'll put enough distance on them that that you'll disappear further into Tharbad. But if you get multiple successes, perhaps you could use them to something of your advantage of getting through the wall itself.
Any help? I'm not hopeful this time.
Okay. I'll give you some hope.
Hold your hope. Let me. Well, we can both give them hope, can't we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You both can. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll throw hope in for you, and I made him my fellowship focus. So.
Okay. What are you using to help him?
It's a good question.
Because you don't have. Oh no, you are trained in athletics.
I am
You can
trained
use
in
that.
athletics. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, oh, that's right. It was stealth you weren't trained in. Okay. I assume Elwing is trained in athletics. Yeah. All right. So
Yep.
you're both helping?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so
All
I'm
right.
clicking
That's
on
going to be
support from a
3.
companion.
I'm
Yep.
clearing the path for us by pushing forward.
And I'm
You're
clicking
gonna.
on 2 dice for
Yeah.
bonus dice.
Yeah. That'll give you the 3 that you need.
Try it. Ready?
Yep.
Whoa.
All right.
Whoa.
All right. You got 1 extra success. So after getting clear of this crowd, the 4 of you and Chester start running as fast as you can. You see, you see people looking at you as you're running by, and guards get held up by the group of people that you pushed past, and eventually you can't see them anymore. I'm going to say you make it up to about here. you have an extra success that you can use for either. I mean, we could say you made it further than that, but this is just your standard success. How far you made it.
Right.
If you have any other suggestions, I'm willing to hear them.
And where are we? So could you just ping us again where we are? How far we
I
got?
just put your token where you are.
Where you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then why don't we at this point, like, say, screw the gate and go
Go
through
out
breaking
this
the
hole
wall?
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's not supposed to
Go
be
right.
there, but
No,
We're gonna have to.
the breaks in the wall. This break in the wall does actually exist.
okay, that don't exist. Okay.
Let's go for
Yes.
it.
So we're gonna try to break our way through the wall. I agree.
Overland. Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
All right. You're going to use your extra success to get through the wall and the small ford in the moat there.
Wow.
And as soon as you get into, clear the other side of the moat, your feet are sinking an inch into the water or into the earth as you slog through. You're still be able to move quicker than you're not running through this anymore, but it's more like a fast, sloppy walk. And you see uh, guards watching you from these two towers here.
Right. Okay.
And after a while, you can start to they realize like how slowly you're beginning to move, and they yell, "Have fun out there!"
Oh, great.
Hey,
Plop,
Oh.
plop,
keep
plop,
I
plop,
say keep
plop.
heading northeast here until we get to the little path up there, and then follow the
Yeah.
path like the
Yep.
original
Yep.
plan was.
Yep.
So
All right.
Mhm.
So so it is just a slog making your way up here. There is once you get up to this trail, you can see why uh, it is not uh, that it's not used very often because it is not very well maintained. The road looks like it has been flooded out multiple times, probably from the Great Flood breaking its banks.
Mm.
And it's just, I mean, you can barely differentiate between the road and the swampy areas on either side. Uh, but you're going to continue your travels on there?
They'll never expect us to go this way.
All right, let's move back to the journey map. So, you guys are going to have to draw the path that you're going to try to take. You will have to travel through this first
Yeah.
Swan Fleet Hex, but then you can move out of it because you're kind of like skirting the northern
Yeah.
side of it.
Yeah.
So go ahead and kind of somebody
cannot take
draw
this.
the
I
trail.
cannot take this action because the game is paused.
The game is
Doesn't say it's
paused. It
paused
says you
for
shall
me.
not pass. You shall
It
not
says
It
you
pass.
shall
does.
not pass on. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's down there. Oh, I see. I didn't realize that was covered up by one of these toolbars. Sorry
Oh,
about that.
okay.
I I didn't even see that sign because of the toolbar.
We're so screwed. We have
Okay.
no hope.
So, what's going on?
So this is the this is the path you're going to take? The
Where?
yellow?
What yellow? I don't see a yellow.
I don't see any yellow.
Oh, okay. So in order to draw on top of the map, you have to click on the pencil and then uh, you have to click on the eye to draw on top of it. Otherwise, you're drawing under the. Uh,
The player on
Oh,
the
there it is.
oh, okay. You gotta Wait a minute. What eye? What eye?
There you go. There's a if you go to the pencil and click it, it's
There's a letter I.
Yeah, there's a letter I, third one from the bottom.
Yeah. So when
Just
you
click
do
on it.
that,
You have to click on that. That allows you to draw on top of the map.
Yeah, and then I just click freehand, which is the thing that says
Yeah.
like Junior.
oh, okay.
wow.
Okay.
Wow,
Who did that?
Okay, I'm going to vote that Doon's choice is the path that you're taking.
Which is Dunes.
The
crazy one that goes up and down, up and
Yes.
down. Okay.
Yeah, either that or Todd's, which is just a circle that you're going to continuously go between the two
I don't even
X's.
see Todd's on there.
I don't even see mine either. But I was like doing one of those family circle comics,
Family
where
circus.
the
Oh, okay.
circus where the kids go all through the house. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we'll use Eric's here.
Hey.
All right. So we are going to start our third journey. Yeah, our third journey, I think. So everyone has the roles. I can do Calriel's roles. He is your guide, I think, right?
Where's our sheet at? It says where we all are.
Oh no, he's the lookout. It's the fellowship token.
I see it. Yeah.
Fellowship token.
So Borlin is the guide. Or Elwing is the hunter. Faldor is your scout, and Calriel is the lookout. All right.
Yep.
So Borlin, you always do your travel roll, so we will determine exactly how far you're going to get with this first one. Failure. All
Here we go.
right.
Beginning of the end. Let's go.
Here we go.
All right. So.
Oops.
You
John, can you erase
moving.
that line? I didn't realize I had it still clicked on.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, hold on. Well, I'll take care of it later.
Okay.
All right. So you are moving into the first Swan Fleet Hex. This is a perilous area. And what that means is that it is going to require, you're only going to be moving one hex for each event inside of the perilous area. So you can't move more than one hex here. And he failed his role as the guy, or as the guide. So that means I need to. This thing does not work very well. All right, I need somebody to roll a 1DF, please.
1DF.
Did that work? Is that
Is that where they work? What's it? You can really do
What's
that? You can roll a 1DF?
Yeah, so that's a feat die. That's what that means. A DF is a feat die. It's specifically in the system.
Really? That's cool.
So I just roll a Snake Eyes or whatever, Eye of Sauron?
If you rolled a 0, isn't that the Sauron's eye or whatever?
Yes, that is the Eye of Sauron.
Oh, so that's the worst possible roll.
All right. So let's
Here we
find
go.
out. Let's find out who the target is. Can somebody roll a D6, please?
Oh, yeah, can I do that? I'll roll a D6.
Go ahead, do it.
One,
Roll better than me.
Oh, I didn't put a space in there. Oh God.
Roll to punish me.
Thanks. Well, 3.
3. All right. That's going to be That's going to be Calriel, the lookout.
Weird.
Sorry, David. Calriel died. I don't know what to tell you.
Shadow, corrupted by Shadow.
No. So Calriel is looking ahead to try to figure out a good path to get through this swamp area. There is several kind of like small streams that interdiverge and dissect and split off and cross into each other. And it is very difficult to make it to. You've tried crossing one of these several times, and it is really slow going. You guys keep falling and slipping in the slimy plants and rocks and stuff that are that are underneath all of this water. So Calriel tries to climb up onto a like a tree that he thinks he'll get a better view of the crisscrossing nature of all of these little like creeks and streams. Unfortunately, the branch breaks while he's standing up on top of it. He falls 15 feet to the ground and becomes wounded.
Oh no.
And where do we hold
Oh, no.
wounded on here? Right here. So, wounded. Oh, there we go. Wounded is a state where you are basically halfway to death. So the only
And
way to
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
the only way to die is to get wounded again while you're wounded. The only way to be wounded in combat is if someone does I think it's called piercing damage to you. That's when they roll a 6 on, generally a 6. Sometimes it's more than like different weapons and abilities will broaden that range. But if they roll a 6 on one of their 6-sided dice, that will be a wound. But it can also narratively happen through events such as this, like during travel. Were you going to say something, Eric?
No. Oh yeah, I was. I was going to ask, is there a way I can heal it?
So healing it is going to take, in order to heal it, it is going to require a certain number of days to become wounded.
So I have
to become healed.
So I have healing, and then one of my items is that healing balm thing.
Yes. So the healing, I believe, reduces the number of days that it requires in order to actually become healed, because the wound will only last a certain number of days, and in this situation, it's going to be 3. So let's take a look at the healing skill, and
Page 62.
62. All right, thank you. Yeah, what I'm going to say, it doesn't specifically say how it works, which is kind of weird.
Maybe
Magic.
yeah, it's magic. Maybe look up wounds 101.
Yeah, here it is. A successful healing roll reduces the severity of an injury by 1 day, plus
Okay,
1 day for each 6 that you roll. I don't know why they don't have that under the actual skill. That's kind of weird. So if you want to treat it, you can do that. Essentially, what happened was it was just like an impact. He landed right on his shoulder, and it dislocated. And so you're basically going to, put it back in its socket properly and maybe use some of that healing balm if you so choose to.
So yeah, I'll do that because I got the healing thing, and since that's one of my items, that mean I get a +1
Yeah,
dice or something with that.
yes, yep, yeah,
All right.
that's what the bonus is for. Yep.
All right, so I'll go ahead and roll 1 bonus, and I'll just roll straight up that. All right, going. Nope, I stick my finger in
No.
it and move it around.
So, yeah, I mean, you do manage to you pop his shoulder back in, but you do it. Your technique wasn't quite right, so it caused him a lot of pain, and it's not going to reduce the amount of time it's going to take to heal.
Not used
So
to this
strange
brittle elf
elven,
boat.
this weird elven anatomy.
It's like fixed a bird or something. What is this?
All right.
Oh, it says I can
And
try again the next day if I fail. Is that a
okay.
possibility, John?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I guess that balm I have that forever.
Um.
Because I thought.
Yeah. I mean, there might be. I might have. There could be a potential for me to say you lose that, or you've used it too many times, or something like that. But that would be.
Because I think the
I'm
item
not.
says that
Yeah.
you get to use. You're assumed to have enough for an adventure. So I don't. What
Right.
an
Yeah.
adventure is.
So
I don't know.
I mean, if you're healing people every single day for
Yeah.
your entire trip. So,
Yeah.
but an adventure is actually between fellowship phases.
Okay.
So
Gotcha.
that's what an adventure means, because that's called the adventure phase. All right. So everyone is going to take 3 fatigue from this, from
Oh,
the
traveling one
fact that it.
hex.
This is
Yes.
saved in that one sheet, right?
Can you
Uh,
get a journey page
oh,
for
right.
us?
Yes. Yeah. Don't record it on your character sheet. I'm going
Okay.
to do this properly
You're doing the fatigue
the next
okay.
time. Yeah. So don't record that on your character sheet because you can potentially lose that from your at the end of or part of it at the end of the journey. All right. Calriel failure. Okay. Go ahead, Borland, and see if you can do a little better this time. You are going to move out of this perilous hex, so it is possible to move a little bit further than 1 hex.
Nice.
All right. You succeeded. So you are passing into the Darklands, which is the orange hexes. So that means you move 2 hexes on a success and 1 on a failure. So you are moving 2 hexes because you succeeded. And you're
Yeah, these
following
weird
the
squiggly marks.
southern. Oh, I didn't know there's. Okay, hold on.
Purple is on
Let
a
me see if I
different
can get
layer.
through this.
Yeah.
Stop drawing. One person draw.
I think that was when we were trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
that was
Yeah,
already
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Learning.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, right. Okay.
Okay.
So
All right. I think I got all of them. Okay. So, somebody roll a 6-sided die so we can see who this event target is.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
someone else want to roll? I get roll. I haven't rolled in a while.
You roll.
Okay. Well, there's only 2 of you, so one of you can roll the event target, and the other
There
one
you
can
go.
do the journey roll.
There you go.
All right, 2. So that's going to target the scout, which I believe is Elwing. Or no, she's.
No, I'm the hunter.
That's me.
Faldor is the scout. Yes. Yeah. All right. So whoever didn't roll
Me.
that,
All right.
roll a 1DF.
So I just
so
said
we
1
can-
DF, right?
We have to put /R space 1DF, but yes.
Right. 9.
A 9. All right. All right. So, Faldor, after attempting to patch up Calriel, he manages to find a path through several of these streams that interconnect and get the group on the other side of the Swan Fleet. He used some of the information that Calriel was able to provide before the branch on the tree broke. And he found a shortcut which is going to reduce the entire length of the journey by 1 day.
Woo! Oh.
Hooray.
Nice.
All right. So that was a 9.
That was not a bad thing.
Succeeded.
Seems like we haven't had a positive one in a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one of the better ones. Third best. So everyone's going to gain 1 fatigue from that, but don't record that. That's just for informational purposes. And now you're going to bed down for the night once you're on dry ground. And Faldor will be able to attempt to heal, take a look at Calriel's shoulder the next day.
Yep. I'll do that next day when the next day starts here, whenever that is.
That's right now.
Oh, right now. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Stupid bird bones. Get out of here.
It is still really tender from the rough, the rough
I just
job
imagine
you
me
did of
poking
getting
it.
it
Does this
instant.
hurt? Does this hurt? How
Yes.
does it...
Oh God.
How about this?
Just don't
Does
do
this hurt?
anything. Don't do anything.
Oh.
So the group is going to press on again, and now we need Borland to do figure out the path that the group is going to take.
So I have my map of Moria. When will that be applicable?
Not till you get to the west gate. So Moria is a bit more complex, or is a bit bigger than the map leads it on to be. And I would assume that Borland has been studying that for a little while. But there is almost like a small city outside of the west gate. But that is not going to be on the map yet.
Okay.
That'll actually be once you arrive to the west gate hex on the journey map.
There's a city on top of that Ost in Adele? Or is that the city you're talking about?
No, that's an entirely
There's a different thing inside. Okay.
Yes. All right. We succeeded. Now we are on open land, or what is the exact term? Wildlands. So that is going to allow you to move 3 hexes with a success.
Wild.
So 1, 2, 3. All right. I think that's just a letter that you're on top of. All right. So why don't we see what happens? Todd, can you roll a d6, please?
Oh,
Yes,
we
I
really
can.
avoided the swamp there.
5.
Good move.
5 is going to be the hunter, which is Elwing.
Yes.
All right.
Choose one fate.
Eric, can you roll a df, please, so we can find out what good or bad thing is that Elwing's going to have to deal with.
What was it I rolled in the one game, one EF or something like that.
Yeah.
10.
10. All right.
Man.
That's going to be a chance meeting. All right. So I need. Oh, you know what? I just realized I'm an idiot.
It's John a leaping. What the hell are you doing out here?
We didn't do any skill rolls for the past two events. All right. Well, we're gonna start doing the skill rolls now. So, Todd, I need Elwing to do a hunting skill roll, please.
Oh.
Okay.
Do better.
Maybe.
All right, let's go back to not doing the school worlds. That we were doing better that way.
I'm going to say that as you're moving through the area, there are some like large clumps of trees in this area that have been, this forest is being like partially fed from the water and the glanduin, and it is not incredibly dense, um, but there is some movement that Elwing sees up ahead, and she thinks that it could potentially be some game, like a deer, or maybe um, it's fairly large, so she knows it must be a deer or maybe an elk or something like that.
Oh, yeah, go check that out.
And once you break off from the group a little bit and hide in one of these patches of trees and watch it,
Mm-hmm.
you realize that it is a very large brown bear
Uh-oh.
that seems to have is trying to catch, or is very interested in something that's inside or up in one of these trees in another patch further ahead.
Mm.
So it's about 30 yards from you, and it is preoccupied, but it is
Um.
it doesn't see you is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, it'd be good eating if my Oregon Trail days remembered.
So, is it possible
Bring
for
it
me
in.
to get a look and see what this bear is actually trying to get at? I've got the keen-eyed feature.
You're like a
The
stealth
camera closes.
master,
The
right? You're
camera.
like a stealth master.
Yeah. The camera like closes in on my eyes. My pupils dilate. Right. I kind
Just
of
hear a
squint a little.
heartbeat.
You suspect that you can't quite see what it is, but you do notice that there are bees
Oh.
in the area. So you
Mm.
suspect it might be a beehive that's up in this tree, but you can't be certain because there's so much foliage covering the top of the trees.
Well, that would be
from
a
here.
good educated guess, I think. But that doesn't see me, right?
No.
Okay. So maybe we can just move on past.
All right.
Funny.
So the rest of the group, you reconvene with the rest of the group and tell them that it is probably best that you camp elsewhere. They have to pick up and undo all the work that they did, hoping that you were going to come back with some food.
Yeah.
And eventually, after another hour or so of travel, you find a more suitable area, and everybody is going to incur one more fatigue.
Did you say we took 3 losses of fatigue before?
You
Or
took
is-
the first hex was 3,
Mhm.
and then the last 2 was 2.
So
Okay.
we're at
I'm
5.
sorry.
right?
I'm sorry. It's 2 total. It was 1 each. So yes, you gained 5.
Okay. So
We shouldn't be marking that yet, Todd.
we don't need to
That's-
mark that. Okay.
No.
until
No.
we're done.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to strike that. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
know.
there's like a whole procedure that you're supposed to do at the end to
Okay.
potentially reduce the actual amount of fatigue that
Okay.
everybody incurs.
All right.
So you are at about the halfway point. We could potentially arrive there this session if we stay a little bit longer. Why don't we, Borland, why don't you do your journey roll and we'll see how much progress you make.
So far.
All right.
Make it.
So you failed. No, you're going to make it 2 hexes. Now you can see, that you could see the mountains very well. This whole time. You could see it in the distance even before you crossed the Gray Flood. But it is starting to, be very prominent. You can make out mountaintops. And at this point, you can start to see the valley that the West Gate to be inside of. And you can make out a small collection of buildings at the base of that valley. So your hearts begin to the excitement starts to get your heart pumping, and you know that you will most likely arrive the next morning once you manage to get going. But let's find out what's going to happen during the course of the journey. So, Todd, if you can roll, or no, Eric, you roll a d6, please.
Three.
3. That is going to be. That's the lookout. So that is you. You guys keep rolling for yourselves.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No, the lookout is Calriel. I keep confusing lookout and scout because they sound so similar. So we're gonna have Calriel do the roll. Todd, if you can roll a DF, a 1DF,
Sure.
you can find out what the event is going to be.
Yeah. 1. Did I do that right?
/R space 1DF.
No. /R 1DF.
Oh
2.
boy, I failed choices. Okay. All right. So, Calriel is basically keeping an eye on the area while the group sets up camp. There's excitement amongst the Fellowship, knowing that they're getting very close to Moria. And Calriel thinks that he sees some movement in the distance, and decides to go investigate. So he is going to roll an awareness as he makes his way to where he sees this movement. He thinks it's humanoid and wants to get a better look before he makes a decision. And he fails. So the movement that he sees, he tells you about when he returns. And the look in his eyes sends shivers down all of your spines as he describes a series of spirits that he saw slowly marching from up north from Osten Edel, that he thinks are the ghosts of some of the men and dwarves that were killed there during the battle with Sauron. And that is going to incur 1 point of shadow on Calriel.
Oh no.
Oh.
So
And where are
David,
these ghosts? Sorry, where are these ghosts marching?
they were marching north from down in Ost
Okay,
Edel, which is
right.
the ruins of the city where the Rings of Power were crafted.
Really?
So
Oh, really? Yeah. Huh.
yeah. If you watch the Amazon show, the big battle that took place was in that city.
I did. Oh, I got confused on that one. Okay. Huh. All right.
So David's going to come
Yeah.
back
Okay.
to
Yeah. Okay.
an injured Calriel with
Yep, wound
with
the shadow.
with enough shadow to make him miserable.
That wound is gone now, though, right? Because it's been 3 days.
No, it's only been 2 days, so it's still there.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay.
Make him look really, really
Yeah.
grievous for the return.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch it today, especially since he's healing.
It happened. Yeah, it happened. It happened on the first day.
Yeah.
And so it'll heal. Basically, when you get to Moria is essentially when it's going to heal.
Okay.
All right. So after telling you that frightful story, the rest of you get to sleep.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Calriel
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
why did you
Yeah.
tell us that
Calriel is.
story? You should have kept it to yourself.
Yeah.
It's
It's just give
scary.
it yourself.
Calriel is. He's up much later than he intends to be,
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah. Next
about
time,
what it
don't.
would be like to die rather than to pass on to the afterlife. And let's do the last roll. Now, theoretically, you are going to pass back into Wildland. So it would be possible, if you fail this roll, to not make it to Moria this time.
Okay. Try not to do that.
Yay.
All right.
Okay.
You succeed. So you have an extra success. You can use that to give a bonus to the person that's going to roll. Or if you can come up with some sort of narrative thing, we can add that into the story.
Oh, bonus is. I'm happy with the bonus for the roller.
All right. So I'll do all these rolls this time. So
Hell
it's Calriel again.
Hmm.
And okay, it's good though.
yeah.
That's a
Another
9.
bear.
He followed us.
Why can't I open this? Okay, this GM screen thing, it sucks. Just completely sucks. I'm turning off this module. It's complete garbage. It won't even open up anymore. I'm sorry, 1 second. I know we're going a little bit over.
2 minutes. Like, yeah. Cool.
All right, a 9 is a shortcut. All right. So let's do his roll. This isn't really going to. Oh, I know what you're saying. it cut a day off of the trip. Is that what you're saying before? Because we found a shortcut earlier.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I thought I had been 3 days. No, that's my bad.
All right, he failed anyway. All right, so that is going to incur another point of fatigue. So Cariel believes that he sees a faster way down into the valley, but unfortunately, it leads down into is so far down that it would require climbing a rocky, like a small rocky cliff. And so he realizes the group just needs to double back and take the path that Borland had laid out in order to get there. Fortunately, you arrive at the outskirts of the west gate of Moria. And you see that there is just like it shows on the map, which I actually haven't added to the game yet, but I think there's a handout for it, right?
Yeah, Moria map. I see it.
Yeah. So there is, if you look at the side view at the bottom, you can see a cluster of buildings by the west gate, and that is the remnants of a small town that was built there for farming, to grow food, to feed those living actually under the mountain. And your hearts light up as you realize that there is finally some shelter, and you will be back. Well, I guess none of you have actually been into Moria before, right?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. So you're going to explore your ancestors' lost city for the first time.
Exciting.
And
Cool.
we will pick up there with I will I'll figure out I'll put together the journey log before the next session, and then all we need to do is figure out how much fatigue you're actually going to accumulate, and then you can start planning your trip into Moria.
Cool.
You are going to have to figure out how to get inside.
Oh, I thought just getting there was the whole campaign. Oh, well, this is interesting. Okay.
They greet you with open arms.
Oh,
The orcs are like, "Oh, the dwarf.
welcome
in.
back. Welcome back.
We've packed up all of your stuff. It's and loaded it up onto wagons for you."
We are guests. We are guests.
All right.
Thank
so,
you.
Yeah, so we'll have to, you guys will probably have to assess the conditions of your character and see how far you want to journey into Moria before you take a fellowship phase.
Yep. Trouble. We're in trouble.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to get all the way to Rivendell, right? We can't just teleport there, can we?
No, you can teleport. Yeah. So
Okay.
it is. I did tell you that since Calriel is from Rivendell, you can basically just teleport there. Narratively,
Narratively.
but not literally.
Okay. Fast travel.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Oh, okay. That's cool. Good.
Right. Very
All
cool.
right. Well, there. Thank you, John. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks,
We
man.
shall meet again next week to continue this, hopefully.